Okay, so I've done another cookie recipe. It's the red velvet one. It's just a minor mishap during the process. But anyway, hopefully this video is okay. And I'll see how they turn out once I cook them because they're in the freezer at the moment. Okay, so these are our ingredients. We have unsalted butter, light brown sugar, caster sugar, plain flour, salt, cocoa, baking powder, 3 eggs, you use 2 eggs and 1 yolk, red food colouring and vanilla, and white choc chips. Okay, this is all the prepped ingredients. Everything is measured out and ready to go. So what I have done with the food colouring is I could not find a paste. I only had a Coles near me and they did not have a paste. They just had the normal liquid food colouring. So I have mixed that with some corn flour just to thicken it. The issue when you're using red in recipes is that you need quite a lot of it to get a good red colour, not a pink colour. And that's why you really need I think for black and for red food colouring, you really need the pastes, not the liquid, because you have to put so much of the liquid in to get the colour you want that it then waters down whatever it is you're putting it into, basically. So yeah, I'm just experimenting. I've mixed it with some corn flour and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now we're going to make the cookies. I did skip ahead a little bit though because I was in the zone cooking and listening to music, and I just mixed some ingredients, that's all. It's still all good. So I mixed all my dry ingredients like in the one bowl, and then I mixed the 2 eggs, the egg yolk, the vanilla essence and the food colouring in one bowl and whisk that, beat it quite well. I'm just going to try and do it the best I can by hand. I'll mix it all as much as I can, and then I have gloves here I'm going to put on to mix the dough because it's just easier, I feel, to mix it with gloves on, and also with the red food colouring you'll get that all over your hands basically. So first, just all your butter into the bowl. And I just need to break this butter up a little bit, and that's what's hard because the little mixer that's here is very aggressive just on number 1. So I've just got this little spatula thingy and I'm just going to try and break it up a bit, you know, because we don't want to like overbeat it. But in saying that, we want to break it up. This is not really working the best, so let me just get something else. Just trying to like squish it a bit or something. That should work a bit better. As I said, you just want to break it up a bit because I'm going to mix the sugar in anyway. And then, like I said, it's best, I feel, if you mix it by hand. You can kind of really give it an awesome mix that way. So yeah, but that will do because we just want to break it up a bit. It's not really cooperating, is it? Okay, so that is the best I'm going to get it right now. It's good enough. So then you put your sugars into that and combine that the best you can, which is not that easy with, like I said, no stand mixer, but we'll get there. You know what, I'm just going to do the gloves, people. This is just going to be so much easier. I don't know why I'm trying to do it with a spoon. Honestly, it's silly. So, the gloves on, and it'll be much easier to do. Hopefully, hopefully this video turns out okay. It's a bit all over the place. But anyway, that's what you get with me, pretty much. I'm not going to be something I'm not, someone I'm not. It's just not going to happen, people. So it's quite therapeutic too, I feel, when you are able to mix stuff with your hands. I like it anyway. It's quite fun. You know, just squish the butter around and mix it all in. Definitely much easier with your hands, people. Just get in there and do it with your hands. Just grab some gloves. I always have gloves at home anyway, so I actually brought some with me. I brought, I think, like 3 pairs or something, just in case I was going to need them. And it was kind of lucky I did, because I did need them. I mean, I could have bought some, but, you know, I like to be prepared if possible. So that is good, and that is glorious, you know. Probably mixed it a bit more than I should have, but I'm going to anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we're going to put choc chips in. They're the white choc chips, and just mix it through a tiny bit. We don't want to over mix. It's just supposed to be combined. So we will start putting the flour in. So this has got the flour, the cocoa powder, the baking powder, and the salt. I think that was it. And yeah, I was just, you know, in the zone, and I just mixed it all in one bowl. So yeah, that just is the combination of all of them. But it's still fine. You can still see what's going on and get the idea. So just mix that a bit. This dough should not be over beaten. It should not be over mixed. Like, it should just be combined, because that's really going to help with the texture of the cookies and getting the beautiful crisp outside and the soft inside, and the most perfect cookie that you can get, basically. So that's pretty good. So we'll do the rest of the dry ingredients. So red velvet is actually a vanilla cake with a hint of cocoa, and then you put the red food colouring in for the colour, and it is normally served with cream cheese frosting or icing, whichever you would like to call it. And it is absolutely delicious, and probably my favourite cake, I would say, because I love cheesecake, but cheesecake's not like a cake, you know. If I was picking a favourite cake, it would be red velvet for sure. I love it. It is delicious. It's beautiful. So yeah, just try and mix all that dryness in. It's going to mix more once I put the egg, what is it, egg, vanilla and food colouring mixture in. I'm just hoping I get some of red colour, honestly, but if not, that's all right. It's all good. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. So now the final part, which is the wet ingredients. So you definitely need gloves when you're doing this if you don't want to have red hands. It's quite sticky on the gloves. Okay. It wasn't like this when I did the other ones, my goodness. I don't know, that's because of the corn flour mixture. I'm a bit worried about that now. I just got to get the dry into the wet as quick as I can. Damn it. Experiments that fail, people. I should have just put a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of food coloring in and just tried my best with that, because this is just a disaster, people. But we're hoping we're still gonna get cookies out of it. No. All right, I'm gonna have to go. I have to fix this. I can't do this. Okay, so I managed to mix the cookie dough. It was a little bit hard, but I dealt with it. And these are the cookie dough balls. I can see red color. I'm not sure how much red color they're gonna have until I cook them, but they look pretty good. So fingers crossed they turn out delicious. And I had a little bit extra to do a little small one. So I'm gonna experiment and cook that at a smaller size for less time and just see how that turns out compared to when you cook it as a big cookie. Just because I'm curious and I can let you guys know as well. So a bit of a disaster in the kitchen today, but as I've said in many videos, my videos are raw and real. I'm genuine. I'm just going to be me, and I'm not going to BS anyone. I'm not fake. I'm not going to pretend. So yeah, that's life and that happens, but you deal with it and you have beautiful cookies as the end result, and that's all that matters. Okay, so these are my finished cookies. They turned out pretty good and they taste pretty delicious. So I'm happy. Maybe they could have had a little bit more color, but you can see a slight red color. So, you know, this is what it is. And I think they're absolutely beautiful. Bye.